In this video, we are going to take a look at the Number Pieces app in Bridges. So we are going to open the web app right here, right in our Chrome browser. And this is what students will see and what you will see when you open this. So you'll notice over here we have base 10 pieces. We have single ones or units. You have tens, longs, depending on what you refer to them as. You have them going the other way. And then you have hundreds or flats right here. You also have these pieces down here, which I will go over perhaps their best use or how Bridges shows that they use them, but you'll notice it's the same size as a 10 stick and they go both ways. So I'm going to delete what's on my board here. You will also notice down here that you have the option of switching colors. So right now it is defaulted to yellow. If you click the other one, it will also give you green and red, which will help you as students are showing their work with adding and subtracting, things like that. So let's switch it back to yellow and let's take a look at a couple of problems that we can use as examples of what we might solve. So students might use this if you give them a problem of like 127 plus 15. Students could solve this by building 127. Now this is rather large. I'm not sure if I can make this any smaller. I don't think I can. So building 127. Now my screen does scroll down, so I do have more workspace than what's just provided here for me. And it scrolls right and left. So we have 100, 20, and then let's do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then what I'm going to do is, let's see, I just select all of these. Now to select all of these, what I'm doing is I'm just holding down my shift button and I'm clicking each one, and then I can just drag them all over here. So here we have 127. And then we are going to build plus 14. We're going to build that down below. Now you're going to notice down here I have a magnifying glass that's going to allow me to zoom in and out. So I'm going to zoom out so that we can see this a little bit better. And let's build 15 down here. We have 10. Now I've put that one or unit there. I should be able to just duplicate there. There we go. So 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if this is my problem, as students are doing this, what they might do is they might take a look. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they can identify groups of 5 and make a 10. So what they can do is they can click on a unit and they can change the color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then up here they can do 5 more. 6. Oops. 7, 8, 9, and 10, so that they can show that that makes a 10. So now they can say, I have 100, and they're probably going to be using their pen here to draw in some way, and then they've got the 2 that are from up here, the 2 10s, plus the 10 from down here. Plus, they made another 10, so this is where using those different colors might come into play. So this can show where that fourth 10 comes from, and then they have 2 1s left. So there's 1 and 2, and now the student can count up. I have 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. Oops, and my last one didn't come over. 141, 142, and then the student has now shown their work for how they were able to get that answer. So that is one way that students could use this. They can use it for subtraction, multiplication, and let's clear our board. And let's go over Bridges' example for how they use these pieces over here. So I have seen them use it in a word problem such as 4th grade split into 17 groups. And actually, let's just write this down. So 4th grade split into 17 groups with 4 students in each group. How many students are in 4th grade. So you can set a problem up like this for students. Move it up to the top here. And then students can solve it. So the way that I've seen them do this is to build an array. So this is automatically set to 10, and that would be 20. And the great thing about this is that I can lengthen it or shorten it. So it's at 10, and I can just drop it down. So now that it's 17. So I know that that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And then I would also need to go down so that we know that there's 4. So there we go. So that we know we have a 10 by 4 here. Not quite sure that that's the best way to do that. There we go. And so then they can label it. So they can show that they have 17 up here, and they can even break it down. So they can show, let's use the pen, 10 and 7. And then down here, they can show that they've got 4, and then they can go through and do their math to figure that out. And they could even add, drawing with the pen is a lot harder than you'd think. Let's erase that one. It should be 4 times 7. And then they would go through and they would just do the math and show how they know that. Other features that we have on this board, let's take a 10 stick out here. And if we move that over here, we have this feature right down here. Taking that 10, it splits those 10, so now they're single units. If you want them to be grouped together, you can click this button right here and it groups them. You can change your color. Right now it's yellow. You can change it to green. You can change it to red. You can duplicate it, which makes it really easy. You can flip the direction. I've already showed the zoom in and zoom out button. You have that equation button. You have a text button, which I showed when creating my problem there. You have your pen feature, which I also showed. Your trash can, so if there's something you didn't want, click on the object you don't want, the trash can. The key that students would use if you have shared something with them, they can open it with the key. And then, of course, the student sharing button right here, which lets them save an image to their Chromebook and upload it to Google Classroom, or it gives them a link that they can add to Google Classroom to share their work with you. So that is an overview of the Number Pieces app in Bridges.